Alright, welcome to part 7 of the Airbus A330-200 tutorial. In this video I'll continue doing the wing structure and make the second section for the wing. So in the previous video we did this first section here, and as I explained this section in the last video, rows 1 to 5 will consist of the same pattern as the previous 5 rows. So when we start this section here, so row 1 here, rows 1 to 5 of this section will have the same pattern as the previous 5 rows here. So you want to build it in the same pattern as this one, so you have 2 blocks in front and then 1 block above and below it. And so here, row 1 here, you build the same pattern, 2 blocks in front, 1 row above and below. And again, it's 1 block higher. As you can see, 1 block higher along the bottom, and on the top as well, it's 1 block higher. And in the back part of the wing, again, you're building the same pattern as the previous 5 rows. And so you have the 3 block, 2 block, 2 block pattern. You build the same 3 block, 2 block, 2 block pattern here. Again, it's just 1 block higher. You also may notice that it's pulled back further, 1 block longer back here. So again, you're just following the outline for the wing as you go towards the wingtips, and that's the reason for it being a little longer. And so as we follow it, you'll notice the wing here being pulled 1 block further each section. And again, you're just following the outline. And also when you're building the back part of the wing here, because it's stretched 1 block further, below here you have spaces beneath the blocks. You just filled it in like that. So you just fill in the spaces that is created because of that, and that's basically row 6 through 10 as it starts. And so you can see the whole wing here again, it's 1 block higher. And rows 1 through 5 will be in that same pattern. And I'll pause it here and pull it out the 5 blocks so you can see it completely. Alright, so you can see rows 1 through 5 here again in the same pattern as the previous 5 rows. So you have the 2 blocks in the front, 1 block above and below it. And so you can see it's the same pattern, 2 blocks in the front, 1 block above and below. It is just 1 block further up. You can see along the top and bottom. And once again we go to the back. You can see again it's the same 3 block, 2 block, 2 block pattern. You can see 3, 2, 2. And once again you can see it pulled further back as we continue to follow the outline along the back of the wing. And so as we start row 6 here, like as I said about the previous section when we were doing here, row 6 through 10, again it's 1 row shorter. So row 6 here, we're going to build it, oops, missed the block, build it 1 block shorter, so it's, instead of the 2 blocks in the front, it will just have 1 block in the front here. And on the back side here, you want to pull this section back, and you want to bring it back here to this rows here, again 1 block further because of the wing outline. And again, you want to eliminate the previous rows section here, like we did the previous one here. So rows 1 to 5 had the 4 block pattern here, and then rows 6 through 10 we eliminated that row. And so once again, in this second section's rows 1 to 5, you had the 3 block pattern here, and then from rows 6 through 10 we will eliminate that row, leaving only the 2 block pattern. So as we come down here, we'll build a 2 block pattern. So 2 and 2, like that. So again, you want to eliminate this row here on row 6. So we pull this row back to this point here, 1 block further from this edge here. Again, leaving the 2 block pattern. And once again here, you want to follow the outlines. And again, because it's further out, you will have the space underneath. Again, you just fill it in like that. And underneath, you again, you want to make it 1 block higher. Blocks here again, just 1 block higher from the bottom, and you can bring it forward. I missed that block there, so like that. And so again, you can see it going 1 block further up, and that's because of the missing row here, as we eliminated one row. So again, row 6 through 10 will now have this one block in the front instead of the 2 blocks in the front as rows 1 through 5 had. We eliminate the bottom row, and we left row 6 through 10 is left with just 1 block in the front. And I'll pause it again, and I'll pull out the last 5 blocks here. And so you can see here's row 6 through 10. Again, it's 1 block in the front instead of the 2 blocks in the front. As I explained before, row 6 through 10 will be 1 row shorter than rows 1 through 5. And so you can see in the bottom, 1 row shorter. And on the back side here, so you can see it a little bit more clearly. So as I explained this first section here, to begin with, we had the 4 block row, and then 3, and then 2, 2. And then row 6 through 10, we eliminate 1 row from the previous 5 blocks. So in this row 6 through 10 here on the first section, we eliminated the 4 block row. And so you can see we left with a 3 block, 2 block, 2 block pattern. And so on this second section, again, row 6 through 10 here, we eliminate the previous row here. So this 3 block row was eliminated. And so row 6 through 10, now we left with the 2 block pattern. And that patterns will continue each section as we go along the wing. Rows 1 through 5 will consist of the same pattern as the previous 5 rows. It'll just be 1 block higher. And then rows 6 through 10, you'll be eliminating the previous rows here. So as you build the next section here, this third section from rows 1 through 10, the first rows 1 through 5 of the third section here will consist of the same pattern as this 5 rows. Again, it's just 1 block higher, and you'll keep the 2 block patterns here in the back. And then rows 6 through 10 of the third section here, you will eliminate this row, so you would be just left with this last 2 block row on the back of the wing when you make this third section. So that's the basic idea behind the wing structure as I make it. Rows 1 through 5 is the same pattern as the previous 5 rows, and then rows 6 through 10, you're eliminating one row from the previous rows 1 through 5. You just eliminate 1 row there. Each section is the same way. And again, it's creating the pattern underneath every 5 blocks. It raises up a section, so you can see every 5 blocks it's going up. And that again to give it a more linear look as it rises up as it goes towards the wingtips. And let me go a little further out here. You can see it on the front. So as it rises from the bottom of the wing, as it gets thinner, as you go away from the body, you can see it gives it a little more linear look as it goes away and starts thinning out. And that's the reasoning behind my pattern and the way I do my wings. And again, the principle behind it stays the same for all the wings I do on my planes. Again, the number of rows may change, of course, depending on the wing size, but the principle behind it remains the same. The first half of the section will be the same pattern as the previous half, the previous half of the previous section, basically, and the last half will be one row shorter. And that's how I do my wings. So in the next video, I'll already complete the wings the rest of the way. I'll do a little review again for the wing structure, but you should be able to do the wings from here on out by yourselves. The pattern again, as I said, remains the same for each section. It's done the same way. And so I'll end this video here. Again, the next video I will show the completed wing, and then we'll start on the back tail end of the plane. And so I hope people found this a little easier to understand. Did the best I could trying to explain it out and try to make it as easy as I could for you guys to follow it. But again, I'll do a little review in the next video before I start on the tail end of the wing, tail end of the plane. So I'll end this video here. I'll see you guys on the next one.